Happy Monday once again, everyone. Bryan Devore, Devore Realty Group, Berkshire Hathaway Home Services, California Properties. It's been a week since all the new rules started, or almost a week. All the new rules started with the National Association of Realtors lawsuit settlement. So we're not going to get into that again today. We did that last week, but maybe we'll look at it again next week and just kind of see how things are playing out since it's pretty new right now. But this week, we are going to answer the question, what zip code had the highest appreciation in July versus last year? We'll get to that in just a moment, but first, the latest stats. Right now, we have 4,802 homes for sale in San Diego County. It's an increase of 13 from last week. Median list price of $999,000, lower than the week before. Average days on market, 44. Pending sales, 2340, 28 fewer than last week. Median list price, $886,500, which is higher than the week before. Average days on market, 29. Months of inventory continues to go down. Week after week, we've been seeing it inch down. Now it's 2.24 months of inventory. I wonder if we'll get back to 2 months or less. We'll have to see. Here's the chart showing total actives and total pendings. So supply and demand. Kind of leveling out a little bit, but the trend line is certainly listings are kind of reaching a peak. Demand kind of surprised a little bit lower with lower interest rates, but we'll have to see how that plays out in the coming weeks. Last week, we saw 798 homes come on the market, 8 fewer than the week before. Median list price, $899,950, which is lower than the listings that were put on the market the week prior. New pendings, 365, 34 fewer than the week before. Median list price, $899,000, which is higher. So fewer homes went pending last week than the week before, but the median list price was higher. Average days on market, 23, 5 fewer days. Interesting. Fewer homes went into escrow, but they sold faster. New pendings listed within the last week, 17. New pendings listed within the last 2 weeks, 144. So 5% of homes sold in a week or less. 39% sold in 2 weeks or less. The week before, it was 35%. So more homes sold faster. How many homes closed escrow last week? 407, big jump of 55, which is why the months of inventory went down this past week, was because we had more closed sales. The median list price of the homes that closed escrow, $849,000, $999,000, lower than the week before. Median sales price, $850,000, also a little bit lower than the week prior. Average days on market of the homes that closed last week was 23. The least expensive sale was in Julian. It was actually a one-bedroom teardown on a pretty good lot, and it had a detached garage and all kinds of interesting things. I think whoever bought it for the land. The most expensive sale was in Del Mar, $10,500,000. I'm guessing they're going to keep that house on that property. Here's a chart showing new actives, new pendings, and new closed sales. Over the last couple weeks, we have seen new inventory going down a little bit. Maybe we have hit that peak of inventory. We did see a big drop in the number of homes that went pending, a little bit surprising, but a big jump in the number of homes that closed escrow. We'll see as rates continue to hopefully stay low if the pendings rebound a little bit. And we did see a drop in the median list price and the median sales price, which we did the week before too. So our price is coming down. Well, it's again, median is just the mix of homes that sold that week. We could bounce right back, as we can see in previous weeks. We've gone up, we've gone down week after week. Maybe we'll rebound again next week. The HomeDex report from the North San Diego County Association of Realtors came out. These are the stats for July. I like this report because it breaks the county up into 4 quadrants. Here's the overview. East County, Metro, which is downtown and areas around there, North County and South County. And across the board, median sales prices were up in each of those quadrants. Percentage of original price received, however, was down. So homes were selling for less relative to their list price than they did the year before. Days on market is definitely up, and we can see 15%, 22%, 23.5%, up 92% in South County. So homes are taking longer, the homes that closed escrow last week versus the year before. Closed sales were sort of mixed. They were actually up in 3 of the 4. Metro was the only one that was down, but just a little bit. But it was good to see a rebound in the number of closed sales versus the year prior. Here is East County, and you can see homes for sale in the last few years. We have more homes for sale in East County than we did the year before, but still well below the year before that. Closed sales were up versus last year and still a little bit lower than the year before. In the metro, big increase in the number of homes for sale now versus last year, but still lower than it was a couple of years ago. And the number of closed sales has continued to decline slowly year after year. In North County, we have more homes for sale than we did last year, but fewer than the year before. We did see a rebound in closed sales of this year versus last year, and almost the same number as we had the year prior. And in South County, a little more homes for sale now than last year, a lot fewer than what we had the year before. And again, a rebound in closed sales of this year versus last year, still a little bit lower than the year prior. All right, which zip code had the highest appreciation in July versus last year? Well, if we look at Boulevard, for example, was up 53.7%, kind of runner-up, so to speak. But that was only one sale, so kind of hard to say with one sale that that is the highest zip code, and it wasn't actually. Looking at Warner Springs, 108.2%. You would think, okay, that had the highest appreciation, and it did, but again, only 4 sales. So it's kind of hard to really say that the overall zip code in all the homes had that. Only 4 homes, 108% increase. Let's look at Solana Beach. That had a 44.8% increase, which is for Solana Beach, which is a high-priced area anyway, big jump with 12 closed sales. So that's a little bit more representative. But if we look at the baseline of 20 closed sales, at least 20 closed sales in that zip code or above, the zip code that had the highest appreciation was Normal Heights. 23 closed sales, up 45.7%, and closed sales were up 15%, which is really encouraging for that neck of the woods. I'm happy to send you the HomeDex report that has all the zip codes and all the different price information and the appreciation, days on market, etc. Just let me know if you'd like that information. I'm happy to send it to you. You can track your home's value with the QR code right there. That's it for this week's Monday Market Moment. We'll have another Stephen Thomas report next week, and maybe we'll talk about some of the fallout we've seen so far from the NAR settlement rules that have been put into place. Hope you have a great week, and I look forward to seeing you next Monday.
Thanks for watching Monday Market Moment with Bryan Devore. To request a transcript of this week's report, send an email to brian@devorerealtygroup.com.